Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex the Creative Llama. If you see the red live box above my head, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, you are just catching the replay. We are going to create with our mason jar sunflowers. I never created with the cotton one that they came out with a year or two ago. And so I wanted to make this one because y'all love sunflowers. If you grabbed this one, hold on. I didn't realize how much y'all love sunflowers until y'all grab the cutout of the week, which is this is the cutout of the week. So comment the word sunflower. You'll get the link to everything, including that cutout that I just showed. But let me get this shared over into my broadcast channel. That way I can let everybody know that I'm live. Because sometimes Facebook doesn't send out the notifications. So if you like this project or you like me and you want to see more and you're not signed up for notifications, make sure that you join the broadcast channel. Right down there in the pinned comment, there is a link for you that you can click on. It says like sign up for live alerts and stuff like that. Click in there, just follow the steps, and then I send out a message every time I go live. All right, there we go. I think I got everything situated. Hi, Denise. Hi, Tammy. We might be on for a hot minute, so I am going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with my bright white paste, and we're going to paint the whole thing white, I believe. Yes. Yes. I was just thinking. Hello. When y'all jump on, say hey. I'm going to pull this out, and I'm trying to think. Yeah. I'm going to paint the whole thing white. Now, this part, I guess necessarily not up here. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but we want this jar to be nice and white at the bottom because we are going to do the little like watercolor method. So I'm going to show y'all how to do that. I was talking about it the other day. Hi, Donna. So I figured let's do this. I love sunflowers. Y'all do too. And we will get this painted up. But this is a new cutout that I just added. I had the mason jar cutout on the website and it had like attached, not attached, but I didn't have the standing option. I didn't even know I was going to do the standing option until about an hour ago. So these are 25% off, but I can also add it to an order if you need me to. Hello. Hi, Michelle Pryor. Hi, Kathy. Hello. Hi, Michelle Mears from Australia. How are you? What time is it in Australia, Miss Michelle? All right. So I'm just going to spray this with a little bit of water, and we're just base coating this in white. And I added way too much water. Like, way too much. But that's okay because we're going to paint this up here anyway, so it doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. We're not going to stress about it. It's going to be fine. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Martha. Martha was our Happy Meal winner yesterday. She actually won the blank cutout of the week. Yay, Miss Martha. It's 9:30 Wednesday morning. Oh my goodness. You're a day ahead. All right. Let me wipe up the edges because I got a little crazy. Hi, Doreen. And let's dry this and see if we need another coat. Hi, Anita. Hi, Ange. Well, I'm here. I'm glad you're here just for a minute. He's doing better today, Donna. He's doing better. He said he wasn't in as much pain as he was before, but we did go to the chiropractor this afternoon. He still is having a hard time. It's like in his right leg, the one that he obviously drives with, and so he doesn't want to drive. So yours truly is taking him. Hi, Maria. All right, let's get this dry and let's see if it needs another coat. I'm not really worried about the top of the sunflowers because we are going to color all of that in. I want the white to be nice and bright at the bottom, which means I don't really want a whole lot of that wood to shine through in the background. Hi, Melissa. Miss Melissa, I have not seen your name pop up in a long time. How are are you? Or at least I don't remember it popping up. I apologize if you've been on. Alright. That looks pretty dang good. We're going to get this completely dry, and we're actually going to chalk this transfer twice. Okay? So I'm going to show you how you can get some really detailed projects. Fairly simple, okay? So that looks good. Let me wipe this up over here. And then we will move on to the next step. Okay, so what I am going to do here is I am going to sand the bottom part just a little bit because I got a little heavy-handed and it's not totally smooth. And I don't want my transfer, I don't want the paste to kind of bleed. So if you see some like ridges in your paint when you paint with the paste, just lightly sand it and just smooth it out. Oh, good, Marie. I'm so glad. Hi, Leona. Hi, Darlene. How are y'all doing? All right, so we're using the Mason jar sunflower transfer. Let me see. Did that get shared? Yeah, it did. Okay. Good. Just been very busy. I feel you, Miss Melissa. I understand. All right, so this one is called the Mason jar sunflowers, and down here, I don't even know what that says. I'm guessing that's like the scientific name for a sunflower. I don't know. No, I don't know. But do I want to cut this apart? Yes. So I'm going to cut this apart to make it a little bit easier for us to use. Okay, so I'm just trying to, there we go, looks good. Hi, Linda. Miss Linda, did you see your refund today? I think it was you for the 3 transfers. I did refund you. All right, we're gonna fuzz this. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, I don't know if we necessarily need to do that. Hold on. We don't necessarily need to chalk that quite yet. We just need to chalk our sunflowers because we are going to paint these on the inside, and so we're not really going to paint the jar. So there's really no need to chalk the jar quite yet. Hi, Lynette. Thank you so much for sprinkling, Billy. Yes, y'all hit that heart button for me. My keyword tonight is sunflower. You'll get the supply list for everything. And share the video. Hi, Lori. All right. Throw this on here. I'm just going to get myself centered. There we go. And we are going to make this work right here. Why is that off? I gotta fix that. Ruh-roh. There's a little piece of the sunflower right here that didn't get added into the cutout. I'll fix it before I cut any orders. Don't y'all worry. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay this down on here very carefully, making sure I have it exactly where I want it. That needs to go up a little bit. Hi, Lynn. Thank you for sprinkling. You're having spaghetti and that's exactly what we had last night for dinner. Tonight, yes, y'all let me know what y'all are having for dinner. Tonight, we are doing like Hawaiian roll sliders. We're just going to do turkey and cheese and then just have some chips with it. Just something simple. All right, we're going to push down like so, and I'm going to do a lighter color. So you could chalk this in vanilla if you wanted to. I'm all out of vanilla, but I'm going to use Dune if I can find it. Oh, Dune. Let's see. You want a lighter color, but I don't see my Dune. Well, shoot, y'all. I thought I had everything. I used Dune just the other day. I mean, just the other day, like a week ago. But you want to use a lighter color. Vanilla would work really well with this because it's just a little bit, obviously a little bit lighter than your white. So, what am I going to do? I guess I'm going to make my own Dune. I guess that's what I'm going to do because I don't know where mine went. What the heck? I'm like looking all around over here. We'll just make our own. So I'm making this a little bit harder because I don't have the color that I need. You'll ever do that where you misplace one of your colors? Hold on. Maybe I just use like a pink. I'll just do that. I'll use Peachy Keen. We'll just use Peachy Keen. Yeah? That's what we'll do. Thanks, Lori. This is actually on my website. Thank you. Spaghetti and garlic bits. It sounds like spaghetti was the hit tonight. Fried deer meat. Ooh, are you baking the rolls to the cheese? Yes. So we usually I usually buy the Tillamook cheese, but we've done the rolls several times and it doesn't melt. It's not a good meltable cheese. So we found like an easy melt cheese and we're gonna see how that one goes tonight. I typically do waxed on it. I just didn't. Ooh, grilled hot links, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, spaghetti. Hi, Barbara. Hello. Sorry, y'all. Not having Dune kind of threw me for a loop. That's okay. We'll just use pink. Just any light color. You basically just want an outline of whatever you're going to put down, okay? Because we're going to paint all this in. Obviously, Peachy Keen is not the color that I would say to grab. I would grab Dune or Vanilla, but I don't have those. So we're going to make do with what we have, and we're going to fill all of this in. I feel like I kind of already messed this up now that I'm looking at it, but we're going to see. We'll see. But this is just going to give us an outline of our sunflowers. And I'm really not worried about the center of the sunflowers because that's mainly all silkscreen. So we'll just put the brown right on top in the center. I really just want the outline of the petals and the greenery and the stems, because that's the part we're going to paint. You're probably like, girl, you're really doing pink? That's all I got. I guess I probably could have done white, but I don't know how well that would have shown up. We're going to figure it out. Subway, hi, Dad. Hi, Brownie. We had sandwiches, yum. Okay, so I know you're probably like, pink, really? Just go with it. We're going to see if we can make this work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this because we're going to reuse it here in just a little bit. So we want to clean. So I'm going to just use regular water, or that's actually bottled water. And I'm just going to scrub the front and the back. Regular water will work just fine. Turn this over. Hi, Dolores. How are you? All right. Who shopped the website sale the last 2 days? Holy smokes, y'all. Y'all are going to keep me busy for the next few days. Wow. Tell me, what was your favorite item that you grabbed if you did shop the sale? What was your favorite item that you grabbed from my website? Oh, how fun, Michelle. Enjoy. Hi, Linda. You're welcome, Dolores. All right. Get that dried off. I am just going to throw it right back on to my fuzz cloth for safekeeping with my jar. We're going to dry this, and then we're going to start painting. Ooh, Maria, what did you get from the sale? What was your favorite thing that you got? So this is just going to provide our outline. We are going to paint. That's okay, Lynn. I'll do another sale soon. Y'all really like that, so I'm kind of thinking like in lieu of a live sale like every month or every other month. I might do a sale like that. Hi, Victoria. All right, let me close up this pink because we don't need it anymore. So if you're just jumping on, you're like, why did you do your flowers pink? It's an outline. I didn't have Dune or vanilla, so we made do with what we had. Lasagna casserole, but instead of noodle. Ooh, that sounds good, Anita. Into the bench interchangeable summer vibes. Ooh. Maria got some good stuff. I'm sorry that you just got a message you weren't supposed to get. All right, so this is where I need your help with color choices, okay? So we've got 2 greens, 2 yellows, and 2 browns. As far as the petals go, I have saffron, which is a retired like mustardy yellow color, which is perfect for sunflowers, but this is a retired color. Or we have bumblebee. So which yellow should we use? Saffron or bumblebee? I'm so glad to be back, Janelle. How are you? And then actually, I know what I'm going to do for the brown, so we're good. Oh, I love that, Cheryl. How fun. All right, while we're deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the center. Saffron. I have a feeling you're going to pick saffron. So I'm just going to paint the center in bark. Bumblebee, bumblebee, the top one, saffron. So I'm just painting the center, and y'all trust the process. It's gonna look really messy and like, what are you doing? But just trust it. Yeah. So on the website under the Tiffany Thiessen section, she actually has like a little recipe on how to make the saffron color. And I want to say it's just bumblebee and maybe Dune and bark. So we'll go saffron. Oh, that's okay, Linda. Yeah, it's going to look like a mess. It's going to look like a mess before it looks like something pretty. If you've never seen me do this, this is really fun. It's a fun way to get really detailed with some of the etched looking transfers. So that we used bark, chalk one in saffron and the other in bumblebee. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Marcy. I see. All right. I'm thinking here. Give me a second, y'all. So, hold on, y'all. All right. I'm trying to decide, okay, because wherever we see the pink, when we chalk it, that's going to be on top, right? And wherever we see the white is going to be the color that we see underneath. So I'm trying to decide. Maybe, do I want, so this is what I'm going to think out loud here. Do I want to paint everything in saffron and then chalk everything, the outline of everything, in espresso? Or do I do like, obviously espresso for the center, like saffron, chalking wise, like to go back over it. The outline in saffron with the petals painted bumblebee, and these painted green. Does that make sense? So like when I where everything the pink is, when I chalk it again, that's where the design's gonna go. Hi Haley, so I'm trying to decide, do I want to paint everything like it is now and then maybe outline it in everything in espresso or black, or be a little bit more detailed? I didn't think this one through, y'all. I'm good, Danette. How are you? Hi, Robbie. I'm thinking we paint in Bumblebee and the details in Saffron, like Marcy said. Does that make sense? We're going to see how this turns out. But I am going to thin this out. I'm going to add some of this to my lid. Anita's like, girl, I know what you're talking about. That's the thing, is I don't know what to do. But we're going to go with this. All right. So I'm going to go and I'm going to paint everything, all the sunflower petals in Bumblebee. So everything else is going to be painted in this Bumblebee. And that's a leaf right there. Okay. Marcy already saw the vision and she's like, just do it, Alex. So I thinned out my Bumblebee paste just a little bit, and I am painting the inside of the petals. So the pink paste that we put down is just providing the outline of where we're going to paint everything. But all that pink will be covered up at the end. Okay. So this is the fun part. It's because this is going to look so messy and not put together. But once we go back in and chalk on top of it, it's going to look so good. This is probably one of my more favorite methods or techniques to show people, because you don't have to be a painter. You don't have to be a perfectionist. Like, it can just be sloppy. You don't have to stay inside the lines. You can be a little messy with it. And when you chalk back on top of it, it's going to bring it all together. Okay. All right. I'm just painting this all on top of that pink. Yes, our keyword is sunflower. Y'all hit the heart button for me. We are doing the mason jar sunflowers. I know lots of y'all love the sunflowers. Lots of y'all grabbed last night's cutout, or the cutout of the week last night, while it was 35% off. So I'm excited for y'all to get those. I love sunflower projects. Anytime I do a sunflower project, y'all just love it. And this transfer was part of the most requested, something that they brought out in a collection right before I left. So go snag this because it's still available. And some of those transfers are selling out, y'all. Like those we love, the memorial transfer. That one sold out. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Lorna. Thanks. It's coming together. It's looking a little messy, but it's going to look so good here in a second. We still got to do the green. And I'm trying to decide, should we go moss? I think we're going to go meadow on the bottom. We're going to do all of our lighter colors on bottom and then go in and chalk with the darker colors. You need all the sunflower things. Miss Billy, did you see our cutout of the week last night? And like I said, that cutout of the week is not going to be available in the live sale on Sunday. So you can grab it on the website, or you can grab it in the Thrifty Thursday sale on Thursday. It's right here. This is our cutout of the week. It's little birdhouse shelf sitter. He's doing okay. He's hanging in there. He feels better today. But no worries, Billy. Yes, y'all. And with Facebook getting rid of, that kind of leads me into the conversation that I wanted to tell y'all. If, what was I going to say? Since Facebook is deleting videos after 30 days, a lot of my lives that y'all need to like go back and see how I made something. Most of the time I do post the finished picture on my website. If it's a cutout, right? I usually do post the finished picture over there. But if you want to see how I made something, then you need to go to my YouTube channel. Because all my videos automatically get uploaded over there. So you can refer back to those. And there's a search function on my YouTube channel for to find like specific videos. It's just a gel stain. It looks like this. It's like a watery one. Personally, anytime I have used those, I do not love them. I prefer like the no paint gel stain. But I need to try them again. Because anytime I've tried it, it just hasn't really worked out. Okay, so there's what we have. We obviously need to go in for the greenery. But we are almost done. So we're going to go in with Meadow. It actually was very simple. We're going to go with Meadow, and we're going to use my Bob Ross paintbrushes that are a foot long. You're welcome. They're just a gel stain. You use them like any other stain. I personally have just not had a great experience with them. But I know other people who absolutely love them. So I think it's just all personal preference. You know what I mean? All right, so I really watered that down. So I'm going in with the color Meadow. Now you could probably do the same thing with acrylic paint. If you like to work with acrylic paint a little bit better than the chalk paste in the painting department. I've never tried it with the acrylic paint, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. Ooh, y'all, I got this thing at Hobby Lobby today that's going to organize my acrylic paints for me. I'm so excited. I just got to hang it. Because right now they're all just sitting in a bucket over here or in a cart. And I don't really have the floor space to have anything on the floor like a cart. So, all right. We're getting somewhere, y'all. Let's think of another question we could ask. Ooh. Are y'all still decorating? Are y'all still doing patriotic crafts? Do y'all still want to see patriotic crafts? Or are you ready to like move on towards like summer and stuff? Because, I mean, before we know it, July's here and people, ooh, that's another question. Do y'all like Christmas and July stuff? I know some people are going to be like, heck no, Christmas belongs in the fall and in the winter. Not in July. I don't have any 4th of July plans. It's not my favorite. I personally like the no paint gel stain, which I know those are more expensive, but I definitely think it's worth the money. Christmas in July, move on. Yes, please. Tammy's still doing patriotic crafts. Are you saying yes, please, to Christmas in July or to patriotic crafts, Linda? Because I'm thinking, like during live sales, I might have like an additional, like, I don't know, like an ornament sale or something. Because I've got a ton of Christmas ornaments. Yes, for Christmas in July. Okay. Y'all want, I hear y'all. Y'all want Christmas in July. And I'm actually doing, I need to double check that. I'm doing a craft event in July, which is like a Christmas in July themed. So, oh, you're saying more patriotic. Michelle says yes, Christmas in July. Christmas in July. Okay, Halloween. Now that's another thing is I know some people absolutely love Halloween, and some people are like, no thank you. So y'all Halloween crafters? Or are you more fall-based, more fall-based crafters? I think Halloween stuff is fun, but it's not for everybody. I know not everybody loves the Halloween. Okay, I am going to go over this little section here again. Let me dry it. I know, Linda. I know. Martha's like, no, ma'am. No Christmas in July. Linda, I know. I get, so, like, part of Facebook, you get, like, your memories. And I'll see, like, stuff I made 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and I'm like, ugh. But that just goes to show, like, as you craft, like, your skill, you improve your skill, right? Love Halloween. Christmas in July, so yeah, exactly, Connie. Okay. Well, then we will be doing Christmas in July next month. All right. So here's what we have. Okay. We're done with the painting. So to do my base colors, I used Meadow, Bumblebee, and that's not it, Bark. Okay, these are the 3 colors I used to paint. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dry this sucker, we're going to wax it, and then we're going to do the colors on top. Love Halloween. Yes, Halloween, I decorate for holidays. Okay. Fall is my favorite. Fall and okay. I didn't realize I had so many Halloween lovers in here. I always kind of steered away from Halloween because I thought most people didn't want to craft for Halloween. Now I know it's not for everybody. I get it, Lorna. But now I understand. Maybe I'll do a little bit more Halloween this year. And I'm sure we'll have the same conversation about 3 more times before it's actually time to start crafting for Halloween during fall. But too much pressure, yeah, I understand, Linda. All right, so that is all dry. So what we're going to do is we are going to wax this. Wax is going to protect the paint that we just put down. I'm going, love to do, okay. There's lots of fun Halloween cutouts too that like the creators, like the designers of the files have been putting out the last couple weeks. And I'm just like, I want to do it. I think it'd be so fun. Okay. All right. Do they like Summerween? Summerween? Like where we do Halloween in the summer? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I'm a cutesy Halloween person. But I hear Denise, she says she likes the scary stuff. So everybody has their own personal thing. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's do the sunflowers first, and then we will do the jar. Okay, so I'm going to fuzz this again. We cleaned it, and I was at Michael's, and they had Halloween. Okay. I know, I was at Hobby Lobby, and they already had fall stuff out. And a small little Christmas section, which was unbelievable. All right, so this is where you're going to take your time and you're going to line this up the best that you can to where it is in line with the pink color or the color that you put down. It may not be exact. It's not the end of the world. Okay. What am I doing wrong? Here we go. There we go. And I'm just using the edges until I get it mostly where I like. Hold on. Okay, that looks good. All right, we're going to push down. Now here comes the fun part. Hi, AJ. My patriotic. I'm still finishing my patriotic, so no more summer. Fall and Halloween. Okay, no Halloween. Hi, Pam. No, Pam, I'm going to do a Flash Friday sale. So I'll pick something probably new and put it on my sale on Friday. On sale for Friday. Does that make sense? I'll probably flip-flop back and forth between like Flash Friday sale and $10 Tuesday. All right, so I'm going to open up my colors. I've got Espresso, Saffron, which is a retired color, but you can make it with Bumblebee, and I think like Camel and Bark. And then we're going to use some Pesto. Okay. So I'm going to use my multi-tool for this. And we're just going to work in sections. That is awfully dry. Spray a little bit of water. Hi, Diane. Hi, Ruthie. Okay. And we're just going to go right on top. And I'm going to work in small sections. So I'm going to paste this and then I'm going to pull it up because my paste is on the drier side. Okay, pick that up. So far, so good. And I'm just trying to keep the pesto where I want it. I'm gonna lift that up. That looks good. Push this back down. And we're gonna go back in with the pesto. And I'm just using where I painted kind of as my guide, and I got green where I don't want it. It's okay, not the end of the world. I have way too much on my multi-tool. All right, let's lift. Bam. Oh, you're so sweet, Linda. He is lucky. He certainly is. Chalk needs to come out in their After Dark collection with some, oh yeah. You know, I haven't bought any of the Chalk After Dark stuff, but I want to. I don't even know if that some of the transfers are still available on there. All right, I'm gonna turn this over and we're gonna do the greenery part up here. And just cover all of this up. I probably should have started over here and worked my way over, but you know, I didn't do that. They do plan on coming out with more Chalk After Dark stuff. They sure do. Okay. Sorry that if you commented, if I missed it, or me not looking up. I'm gonna lift this up. Ooh, y'all, this looks good. Thanks, Robbie. All right. This is done. Okay. We're gonna wipe this off, and then we're gonna do the middle part. So I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna go in with my saffron first, and then do the centers. So this would probably be a little bit easier with a mini squeegee, but I'm just gonna go in with what I have here. And if it smears, it smears. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, got a little green where I don't want it. Easier to understand how to look at the chalk. Yeah, so that's the thing, is that they're never gonna put it where it's easier to find. It's easy to find on the website, just because some people are highly offended by that kind of humor. and they don't want to offend any customers, so that they just, their best judgment was to put it in a special link. So you do have to have the link in order to go check it out. Because a few years ago, there was a transfer that lots of people did not like. Okay, lift that up. I'm going to chalk the center. I probably should have done that before I lifted it, but I'm going to chalk the center. What prevents it from the mixing is being a little bit more careful. Mixing is going to happen, especially on a transfer like this. The colors are just too close together. But taking your time and not being in a rush and being very detailed is what is going to help prevent the mixing. So what I'm going to do here is wet my finger and try to blend that line a little bit so it's not so harsh on the sunflower. I've got a little too much brown right there. Spray with water and just blend it so it's not such a harsh line. Okay, I'll lift that up. It needs to come over a little bit. There we go. Here's what we have. I like it. It looks good. Now I do see some spots that I missed with the saffron, so I'm going to go back over that. That's where if I didn't use the pink and I had just used Dune or vanilla, you probably wouldn't even see those spots. But because I used pink, you're going to see some of them. All right. Go this way. And y'all, we are almost done. So hit the heart button for me. And share the video. I'm using the color Saffron. This is a retired color, but on the website, there is a little section under the Tiffany Thiessen section. I think it's still there, for a little recipe guide for how to make this color. All right, I'm trying to get closer to the center. That looks good. A little bit of brown. Wet the finger. And here we go. It's going to be a little messy. It's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Less brown, the better. You can always add more. It's hard to take it away. Hi, Linda. Thank you. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. There it is. What do y'all think? We still have to do the jar, but that's how you do the sunflowers if you want it to look super detailed. It's not hard, it's just a little time consuming. I really like, Marcy, thank you for your suggestion. I really like that we did that instead of the like brown or black. Now, it's not perfect. Like right here in the middle, there's a little bit of the sunflower on top of the middle. It's okay. It's handmade, right? Thanks. All right, let's clean this. We'll add our jar, And then this is a standing option. So like I was saying, this wasn't an option when I had my sale the last 2 days. But I did add the standing option today. And it's 25% off. So you have like the standing option. There's one that's like an attached option that is like this. That just doesn't have the stand at the bottom. Or you can get the cutouts where it's just the jar separate and then the sunflower separate. The not attached ones. So those are all 25% off until midnight. There is no perfect flower. You're exactly right. All right. Now let's scrub this. Okay, I have to ask because right now Thomas and I are a little, we're deep in it. Do y'all watch Love Island? Anybody on here watch Love Island? I mean, it's like a dating show of like for like 25-year-olds, but did anybody watch it? I mean, there's not much to watch during the summer. All right, turn this over, scrub it. I like, yay, Ruthie. I can't wait to see yours, my friend. All right, we're gonna scrub the back. No, I didn't know if any of y'all watched it. I love it. It's just a dating show. You know, young adults behaving badly. All right, that looks good. Let's dry this off. I have not lately. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. I love how this came out. I'm actually really happy with the sunflowers. Lorna, you watch Love Island? Is that what you're saying yes to? That's true. I don't really watch live TV anymore to begin with. Anita, so Anita, you know the premise of it. Girl, you need to watch it. I got Thomas to start watching it with me. Oh, yeah. All right. Lay this back on here. But it's a commitment because it's like 6 days a week. It's a lot. All right. Lay that flat. That's back on here. We're going to bring this out here. We're going to dry this. And then we're going to do our jar. Okay? So, what color should our jar be? Should we go storm? Or should we do like an ocean mist color? Yours not being perfect, but still beautiful. Exactly, Maria. It's not going to be perfect. And I will tell you right now, there is some bleeding with the pesto. You can still see some of the pink behind it. But it looks great. It's not perfect, I promise. But it's pretty good. Exactly, Billy. Ocean mist, that's what I was thinking. All right, we're going to wax. Lorna, he's like obsessed. He really likes it. I want to say obsessed, but he likes it. Wrong side. Isn't it yellow side up? Yeah. That's the yellow side, if that's what you're talking about. Hi, Sandy Smith. All right, I'm just going to wax down here. Thanks, Cheryl. Because you never know what's going to happen, right? All right, let me pull off. Let's fuzz this a little bit more. Just paint over it. Yeah, I could totally fix it with white, but it's not. I put this. Is this what you're talking about? Yeah, touch it up for sure. I knew what you meant, Lorna. Is that what you're talking about, Leona? is putting the sunflowers on the wrong side. All right. Lay this down. Push this down. That's the color of the month. That doesn't really go. I'm dying to use that color. So Leona, I don't know if you're talking about the transfer, but like here's one that I haven't opened. That side is yellow. So the yellow, the stickiness goes on the white side, yellow side up. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. I don't know. Or did I do something else on the wrong side? I could have very. Oh yeah, so the sticky side is on the white side. The yellow side is on the back. So like I just showed you, here's one that I have not opened or taken out. It's yellow on the back. So yellow side is up. Sticky to white. Okay. Ocean Mist. Gotcha, Leona. Well, I need a new Storm. I never did find my disco the other day, did I? You could totally use disco for this part, which is that metallic yellow. Or we could go shimmer silver. No, let's use Ocean Mist. All right, I need a new Storm. Too dark, yeah. All right, we're gonna go Ocean Mist. Now this is where if you want to use a different color jar, you do you. Okay. And I'm just going to cover up the edges of our jar. Now I put all sorts of colors in the cart link. Always feel free to take out those colors if you want to grab this transfer. You don't have to get everything in the cart. I hope y'all know that. Like you can go in to my chalk supply link and take out whatever you don't want. Ooh, y'all, this is pretty. Ooh, sage would be pretty. What do y'all think? That's really pretty. I really like that. All right, let's clean this. And all we have to do is paint our stand and glue that together, and then we're done, y'all. So, hit that heart button. If you haven't done so, comment the word sunflower. If it doesn't work, which means you most likely commented another word and got a different message that you were supposed to, and you want the links, just send me a message. Yes. That looks so good. What color should we paint the stand? I'm thinking brown. I think I'm going to paint it brown. Okay, let's dry. Thank you, Barbara. And the great thing, y'all, is if you love the chalk stuff, you need to become a Perks member because you save 30% off of everything. Thanks, Linda. You know, I knew exactly what I was going to do when I got on here. And then as I was crafting, I was like, I didn't think about that. So we just went with it. All right, let me close this. You're going to get a set of 3 stands. I am going to play with the stands a little bit to make sure it's nice and sturdy. So your stands might be a little bit different than mine, but it'll still work the same way. Let's paint this. Oh, don't put that face down yet, Alex. I don't even think we need 3. 1, Let's paint that brown. Maybe we could do Ocean Mist. Let's just do Ocean Mist. Okay. You really need to paint one. You don't need to paint all of them. You just need to paint the top one. And like I said, I'm going to play with the sands a little bit more. That's why I was a little late, but I would have been a little late, and I just decided to go with what I had. But I'll play with the sands to make sure they're nice and sturdy. Because I'm learning how to do this part from cutouts, is making stuff into sands. So, all right, let's dry that. We'll glue, and then we'll be done. Oh, Victoria, I understand, my friend. I get it, girl. This will be available as long as the transfer is available. I mean, the cutouts will be available on my website for a while. But the sunflowers weren't low stock. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of glue and we're gonna make our sands. I'm gonna start with 2 and we're gonna see where that gets us, okay? Y'all hang out to the end. We're gonna do some Happy Mail. But I need to make sure that this is nice and even before it sets up. Okay, but here are our sunflowers. I love it. That was so fun to make. I definitely recommend vanilla for your outline color. It'll be less noticeable than the pink. Thanks, Linda. This is on my website. And I did add a new shirt today. I did add a brand new shirt today that I thought y'all would really like. Let me go grab the link to it. I think y'all would really like this one. And it comes in a couple different colors. Okay. I just put the link to the shirt that I added today. So, there it is. What do y'all think? I think this turned out pretty dang good. I think my slot's too large. Lorna, you can, but this stand is going to be made specifically for this cutout. But yes, if you want extra sands, you can just send me a message and I can add them to your order. But I have 3. I don't think it needs 3. It might need 3. Let's glue the 3rd one. I'm going to glue the 3rd one. But what do y'all think? Do y'all love it? Yay. Thanks, Michelle. All right. So let's go ahead and pick our Happy Mail winner. So comment the word. Oh! Y'all, it's always something around here. My dumb, you know what? Oh my gosh, Alex Dawson. Oh my God. I just messed it all up. It's always something. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to say I can't believe I did that, but I absolutely can. It's going to have a little ocean mist where it's not supposed to. I'm going to see if I can wipe it off lightly. There we go. I'm saving the day. All right. Kind of new. Did y'all see what I did? I totally just threw that face down on top of a glob of ocean mist that was right here. Give me 1 second. Let me try to fix this. Yep, only me. Only me, y'all. Work this hard to make something so pretty just to flop it in paint. It's okay. It's good enough. This is just for me. Yeah, there you go. I did it on purpose. You're right, Maria. Okay. There we go. See? All better. And then, there we go. Okay, it'll come with 3 stands. It's more stable with the 3. Yeah, it wipes right off. But there it is, y'all. What do y'all think? Let me get my face out of there. So that way y'all can, so it can focus on that. I think that turned out pretty dang cute. Yes. All right, let's pick our winner. Comment the word ocean. Our keyword is ocean, and the number 7. The 7th person will be tonight's winner. All right, I'm just gonna go through with a black marker and kind of clean up the edges where I can. Keyword is ocean. Thank you, Martha. And number 7 will win. Hi, Vicki. Okay. Jennifer was 1, Lynn was 2, Doreen was 3, Billy was 4, Laura was 5, Martha was 6. Miss Robbie Simpson, you were number 7, so you are tonight's winner. So Miss Robbie, send me a message and I will get you your form sent out to you. Like I said, y'all, the cutout is on sale. It's 25% off until midnight. I will drop the link to that in the comments. Now, I don't have a picture of the standing one, but the one that I'm showing you right now is the standing option. So the picture won't match what you're purchasing. You'll be purchasing this one right here, okay? So there's the standing option if you want to grab that. It's 25% off until midnight, okay? All right, y'all. Robbie, send me a message. I will be live tomorrow, and I'll see y'all then, okay? All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your night, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.